Hello? Testing, testing. Okay, so we're going to do that quite a few times until I figure out streaming 100%. But so if you're watching the VOD, that's probably going to stay in there. We'll get it figured out eventually. But yeah, welcome back to episode 3 of the Super Duper Dreamland and Oxygen Not Included. And if you're watching the VOD, I don't have anyone here yet on the stream, so still waiting for people to come in. But let me just go over what I'm going to be doing today on stream. Just going to make sure my audio is good before I continue. Okay, so what I want to focus on this stream is to get this water geyser online. There's a water geyser here. And I also want to continue to ranch the Dracos until I can get glossy Draco eggs. So this is sort of a passive thing. This is more of an active thing that we're going to work on. And we're going to be surviving off Bristol Blossoms until we get our drowning chamber up and running for our hatches. So we're going to set up some automation here, and we're going to set up another additional chamber that we can have smooth hatches in eventually, because eventually I want to go to stone hatches. Well, I want to go to stone hatches ASAP, but smooth hatches is the long-term goal so I can produce refined iron. Okay, so basically we have, let's just take care of the printing pod. I really want the Mammoth egg. I don't really want to take on any duplicates right now because I already have 9 and it's only cycle 101. So there's a lot of things I want to do before I start taking on more duplicates. One of those would be expanding my my living quarters as well, because I only have room right now for 8 plus 1, and this doesn't even count as a room. So I probably could help myself out just by doing something like this for now, and then worrying about that after. But anyways, so that's kind of what we're doing right now. I did take some time off stream to just kind of clean up all the debris that was in certain areas, so it looks a little bit cleaner now. But I didn't do a whole lot. If you go check out, the other VOD, I left off at cycle 98 or something like that. So I just moved some stuff around and kind of prep the start of the stream. So yeah, what I want to do is get this water geyser online. That's kind of priority because this is all the water that we have left. And this seems like a lot of water, but we are using water for our food production right now. And that's going to continue until we can have a drowning chamber set up for our hatches. And you can see right now they're just kind of all over the place, which is rather annoying. And we got a lot more eggs on the way. So we have to get, we have 28 stone hatch eggs, 11 regular, and yeah, it's just, I don't even know why those are being swept. I hope that my duplicates are not putting them in here. Okay, the critter eggs are not. So I don't know, usually it gives you like a warning, like know where to put the egg or whatever. So anyways, we're just going to continue building. This is going to be our other chamber here. So in the meantime, I guess we'll just put everything into its own little space here. Actually, I probably shouldn't have built that because now I can't destroy that one tile. But no matter. Hey, Nate. Great to see you again tonight. Thanks for joining me on stream. So I was just going over for the VOD purposes of what I'm kind of expecting to get done tonight. We'll be on for a couple hours at least. A minimum 2 hours. And I want to get this water geyser online, and I want to continue ranching these Dracos so we can get plastic production up and running ASAP. And thank you so much for joining me. You're the first viewer tonight. to say hello. Just fix my mic. How does the mic sound this evening, Nate? Everything sounding good on your end? Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, and how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much again for joining me. Insufficient oxygen. We should be okay for a bit. This guy's overpressured because we have it sort of confined, but I suppose I can disconnect that and let it go. I want to get rid of this because I want to try to get off mealwood as quickly as possible. Playing some Civ 7, that's awesome. I am doing well. It's late where I am, so just putting this stream together before I head to bed, and then yeah, I'll play more on the weekend. That's for sure. I'll be on. Oh, why are my duplicants idle? Okay, so I gotta get these guys. Let's go ahead and start destroying this. How are you liking Civ 7? I heard there's a lot of things that they've been improving since the game came out. I'm a big Civilization 6 fan. I haven't gotten 7 yet, but I plan to at some point. Maybe this holiday season when there's a big sale or something. Start digging all this stuff out. Okay, so we have cooked seafood, barbecue, pickled meal. I want to get off pickled meal as soon as possible, so let's just go ahead and get rid of all this mealwood. And then make sure that this is on. Yeah, I'm not harvesting these. Okay, let's also get some water. Water up here. So we can start the beginning of our drowning chamber. I got Civ 7 at launch. I wish I would have waited for a sale. Yeah, there's always bugs with those type of games. One of my favorite YouTubers that plays a lot of Civ is Potato McWhiskey, and he went to the Civ 7 launch event, and I decided to wait based on the gameplay that he was showing, or the things that he was talking about. And I'm also glad I waited, because I know there's a lot of things that they're improving as they go, but I'm glad to hear that it's a lot better now than it once was. It's not going to be perfect. It's one of those games that, you know, there's so many mechanics to it. It's gonna take a long time to get all the bugs out. Well, I guess I should go ahead and build this wall since I destroyed any other way of building it. I wish these guys would keep digging here. Where is my priorities? Oh, I have no one who's... Yeah, my diggers are not prioritized. Rancher Quinn, she shouldn't be there anyway. And I also have to... get this, I guess I can leave the Draco eggs there for now. It's only 4 out of 8. I'm going to build another Draco farm here, and this is going to be for my glossy Dracos. I want to have 2 Draco farms up and running. So let's do, this is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 6. Perfect. Let's do 1 more, like that. And then we'll put some... Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that they hired him. Yeah, the mods are the best way to play once you get past once you get sort of bored of the vanilla gameplay. The mods definitely make a huge difference. It's kind of like oxygen not included, right? Where I just installed the True Tiles mod the other day, and it feels like a new game. So mods are always a good time. I love the quality of life features mods. Like for example, I hate seeing this no harvest pending indicator, and I have a mod for suppressing all those notifications. So you just click the button and you never see that. Okay, let's get some water in here. Oh, not all. And yeah, I have a little bit of water available still, so get these guys in the drowning chamber. Get this polluted water out of here as well, or polluted dirt rather. And now we have some stone hatchlings starting to hatch, so we can start rotating our critters out. Oh, this guy's kind of stuck, isn't he? Go ahead and put him out there. I can't wait till I can automate this whole thing. This is very tedious having to click around. Speaking of which, I want to have probably want to have, I don't know if I have enough copper to do it. I preferably wouldn't like to run through the chambers, because as the egg is passing through, it's going to give the confined debuff to all of these stables. So I'll change that later on. Like ideally I would go up here through the wall so it doesn't give the confined debuff, but for now it'll do. And we'll also do a whole bunch of sorting here as well at some point when I have more refined metals. We're going to sort for the ores, the refined metals, and all that stuff. But for now, everything's just going to drop into the drowning chamber. Is this unreachable? Oh, man. Okay, turns out it's not unreachable. Okay, and we're gonna get this stone. Wait for it to save. Gonna get the stone hatchling here. And then start to clear those guys out. And then, because I absolutely hate waiting for my duplicants to pick these things up, or the meat rather, we're going to build the conveyor loader to take this right to our kitchen, which isn't very far yet, but it's definitely going to move at some point. So I think we'll just kind of drop it off here. I don't really care about that mealwood either, so okay. I also need to get natural gas generators online. That would be handy. I don't even have those researched yet, so let's go ahead and research the natural gas. I need to stop using the coal generators as my primary source of power. These are just producing too much heat, and they require too much manual labor for my liking. Yeah, again, we're not going to take any of the duplicants right now, just because I'd rather focus on sustainability rather than taking on more guys. Keep digging over here. Getting rid of all this igneous rock and sandstone as we go ahead and get this uncovered. Here's another one. Suppress current. Suppress current. Oh, this can indeed grow the mealwood. So I don't know why I was so confused in the last playthrough. I didn't know the hydroponic. There was something that indicated to me that the hydroponic farm tiles could not grow the mealwood. It turns out they can. So it said something along the lines of not operable. or something. Okay, give me a second here. I just gotta check something on. Ooh, I also want to get into the cold biome so I can set up my metal refinery. So that's okay. That's going to be my next big project. Let me just give me a second here, guys. I'm going to look off stream for a second. Steel time, yes. It's going to be steel time very shortly. It's going to be steel time very shortly, but what I want to focus on instead is my refined metal production, not using the rock crusher, because the rock crusher doesn't convert. I think it converts at a 50% rate, so it's wasting a lot of copper ore. So I'm going to make a little bridge here, get down into my cold biome, and then start producing some refined metals. And build some mesh tiles here so we don't... Well, actually, we don't need any mesh tiles there. Just going to dig right into the cold biome. But yeah, steel... We should probably get some steel in this episode, provided I can get my natural gas generators up. Maybe, where do I want to build those? I don't really want to build it here because it's going to produce some polluted water. So maybe just here for now. And let the polluted water drop into the tank below. I already have wiring here, so it's just a matter of maybe setting up some transformers. And well, this is not a permanent location. We'll move these. Danger Ray, nice to see you on stream. We're just building some natural gas generators. Get some power going on our asteroid. Hey, you're the number two top fan tonight. Okay, so I'm probably going to, yeah, I already have the piping set up, so maybe I'll use this gas pump here and go into this guy. And then I think we're just going to vent the carbon dioxide overboard for now. Actually, I can't do that because I don't have high pressure gas vents. I'm number one in your heart, though. Yeah, you are number one in my heart. Thank you for joining. We're going to use a trick here for storing our carbon dioxide because I don't have high pressure gas vents to vent it, to vent the natural gas generator carbon dioxide overboard. So I'm going to pump the carbon dioxide into my gas reservoirs and then delete the gas reservoir when it's full. I don't even, just use regular gas pipes here. And then as soon as we get glossy Dracos, we can build our high pressure gas vent. Okay, let's do a smart battery as well, so we're not running these things indefinitely. And I think we'll use yellow wire tonight. I'll have to set up some transformers at some point, but not right now. We've had some high pressure gas vent action tonight. New video coming out tonight after the stream, Danger Ray. If you're still around at that time. I'll be on till about maybe an hour and a half longer. Yeah, I think we're just going to let the polluted water drop in here for now and collect. And then worry about it later. I'll have to watch in the morning. I've got a long drive to work tomorrow. Well, that would be pretty cool if you can catch the VOD or the video in the morning. You'll learn all about whole sustainability and oxygen not included. Oh, I gotta set my parameters for these guys. I want that to be running at 60%. How much water? Okay, oh, I forgot all about this. I gotta get rid of this bottle emptier, or I'm gonna start flooding my base. Hey, Ethan, I love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you, AVL. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Danger Ray is here as well. No problem, Nate. I appreciate you putting it on your schedule for tomorrow's lunch break. So AVL, we just set up our natural gas generators, or we're in the process of doing it now. And, oh, is this steam here? Or this is water, okay. I thought it was steam for a second. And since I don't have high pressure gas vents, I can't exhaust the natural gas generators. So we're going to be pumping the CO2 into the gas reservoir and then just deleting the gas reservoir, which will essentially allow us to run the natural gas generators with no back pressure. And then we were also going to be starting our metal refinery production in the cold biome. And we've got some Draco eggs. Hopefully we can get glossy Draco soon. Okay, what do I have here? I have a stone hatchling, so let's get rid of the regular hatch. And then put in the stone hatch. And then build some power wires for these guys. How's our food looking? We're on pickled meal, bristleberry. Still don't have any sustainable barbecue production. So I'm hoping to get that set up tonight as well. I don't know why my duplicates are idle, but they're not building here. Like it's under queue. AVL, thank you so much for the $2.79 super chat. That is awesome. Thank you so much. You're my first super chatter ever, AVL. Ever. That's so cool. You might have to buy it. It goes on sale all the time, so maybe Remember me when you make it big? Oh man, I will certainly. I'm going to screenshot the message because since you're my first ever super chatter. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe I can. Maybe I can put you up on a leaderboard. I don't know. That's not. That's not the. I still got some work to do in the leaderboard department, but thank you so much, AVL. I don't know. Kind of make that smaller. It looks too big. We'll figure that out in time. But thank you so much. Okay, I gotta stop getting distracted or I'm gonna crash my colony. I almost forgot to disable the bottle emptier, and this would have started overflowing big time. I did that last stream as well. That's why I have all this water overflowing here. I totally forgot to block something off or something, and now I have all this water all over the floor here. But that's okay. Easy to fix. Oh, new printables. Let's see who we got. I think I'll take the food. Turn the water into a hot tub. We haven't researched hot tubs yet, Danger Ray. That's quite far off. So, let's see. How far are we up from hot tubs? You know what? We could probably. Yeah, we still got all this. We'd have to unlock everything here in the yellow to get the hot tubs. And I'm not gonna be able to do that tonight. Maybe we'll do it over the weekend. Oh, nice. We finally got into the cold biome. So we're gonna start digging down and build some mesh tiles for our metal refinery. Okay, so Frankie has a skill point. I'm just gonna leave Frankie alone for now because I don't want to get too close to his morale limit. Lindsay. Okay, Lindsay's still, yeah, okay, Bert, I can definitely level up Bert. I want Bert to have increased athletics, so we'll pop a rocket piloting skill point into him. Oh, finally they dug it out. Felt like forever. Okay, is this ready yet, or what's going on here? Okay, this gas pump is connected. Automation is connected. Power is connected. I think we can go ahead and turn on this gas pump now and start producing power using our natural gas generators. Okay, and then we're going to shut off, or we're going to take out the priority from the coal generators. Put it to like 40%. I don't want that turning on all the time. It's creating too much heat in the base. And the natural gas generators are outside. And thank goodness I remembered to to build them out of gold amalgam, or they would probably start. Did you get power hooked up by ESA? No, we don't do ESA in this game. Our engineer, who's our engineer? Our engineer takes care of all that. Lindsay and Travaldo. Actually, we have to do some work on our power network because spread the word about your stream. Hopefully, oh, thank you so much, AVL. Really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and I love talking to the chat. So it's a lot of fun. Speaking of power, Danger Ray, we have the potential load on this this leech conductive wire. I didn't know that that's what it was called. Is 4,000. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Love the stream. So you have a great day. Oh man, that's awesome. How do you say your name? Is it Tundi? Tundi? Thank you so much for the $3. You're tied with AVL now for the top super. Make sure you guys get your license. You're tied with AVL for the top super chat. I really appreciate the feedback and the dono. That means a lot to me. I hope I said your name correctly. Please correct me if I didn't. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, my guys are licensed Danger Ray. There's no handyman specials here. Sometimes they pee all over the place, but I mean, what can you do, right? That happens on most job sites. Nothing in the clean water supply yet. No germs. No germs in my clean water supply. Okay, let's get rid of this hatch. This guy's just annoying me. He's in the way, and get the stone hatch in here. They sound like drywallers. We have some drywallers in this colony. We haven't done any drywalling yet because, well, it's kind of a waste of time right now. But once we have some permanent locations for our bedrooms and our great hall and stuff like that, we'll start putting up some drywall. That's not going to be for another maybe 5 or 6 streams. I don't usually get to that until later on. But we'll get some cool drywall colors up and running at some point. All right, so let's start digging this out. Put a metal refinery in there. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, I kind of got lost in thought there. My leech conductive wire right now has a potential load of 1,440 watts, and it can only handle 2,000 watts. So we got a problem. So what we're going to be doing is installing these transformers, which are going to limit how much power can go through the conductive wires, because we don't want to burn the conductive wires from having too much power going through them. But the problem is that this in and of itself requires a lot of material. Like I don't want to build transformers and then build 2 rows of conductive wires going through my base. I want to have heavy wire, which requires a lot of copper, but we don't have the copper capacity yet to do that. But for now, it's okay. We're not overloading the wire. That's just our potential load. I recommend the Corsair HX 1500i. It has 3,000 watt power supply. I don't think that's available in this game, but thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Make sure you add an extra few feet. Yeah. You always have to allow for You always have to compensate for unforeseen circumstances. So that's kind of what I like to do as well, especially for oxygen not included. I like to make sure that I'm never at my like if I'm required to have 2,000 watts for something, I try to stay under that so I can always add to it later if I have to. Because you never know when you have to build an extra light bulb somewhere, and that requires 10 watts. So if you start going over, you know, if you add 10 watts here, 10 watts there, or something like the auto sweeper, which is quite common to add, then it's 120 watts. Better to be looking at it than for... Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Oh, I can't even build the metal refiner because I haven't researched it yet. Let's see here. Metal refinery. It's okay. We're only one away. We're only one away from having that done. And we're slowly but surely taking our regular hatches out of here and converting them to stone. But now we have to start getting our, what's it called? Oh yeah, because we haven't deleted this yet. I gotta delete that right away. I need to start putting my eggs in the drowning chamber so I can drown my Dracos, hatches, and then make barbecue. So I'll put meat here on the conveyor belt. And then, yeah, all the coal's going to go there as well, but we'll sort it out later. We'll put some sorting in there once I have more metals to work with. Right now, we're kind of just doing what we can with the metals that we have available. Our water supply is still looking pretty good though, but I keep forgetting to focus on this water geyser here. We need to get this water geyser online before the end of the episode. That was my main goal for the stream. We have 3 Draco eggs. No glossy Draco eggs yet. But 28% chance on that Draco and 33% chance on that guy. So hopefully we get a glossy Draco egg soon. In the meantime, let's go ahead and... Yeah, I guess we'll set up this area as well, with a shearing station, a grooming station, and a critter drop-off. Still not exposed. Oh, it was meteor shower. You can hear it. Kind of cool. Oh, it's dormant. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, here I go. I have to get this analyzed ASAP. Oh, come on. And then I start to build my chamber under it. Ideally, I want to put this in an infinite water storage solution, but just in case it comes online relatively quickly, I don't want the water to be going all over here. That's going to suck so much because this water is going to be very hot. 95 degrees Celsius. Okay, let's see who's available from the printing pod. Oh, I took the knit eggs before. I wasn't too happy with them. I definitely don't want Catalina. She falls asleep periodically. That's kind of annoying. And I don't feel like taking on the 2 bionic duplicants yet. So I don't usually do that, but I felt like that was a good rejection. So the ambient temperature is already starting to cool here significantly now that we're not running the coal generator, so that's good. It was getting a little bit too red for my liking. Hopefully you don't find any aluminum volcanoes during your playthrough. Hopefully don't find any aluminum volcanoes. I think I will. I know what you mean though. There's one on this asteroid somewhere. I got this seed off the website mapsnotincluded.org, so if anyone else is wondering. And the seed is in the description below. But I know there's an aluminum volcano somewhere. There's no copper volcano. Oh man, am I gonna be sour if this thing starts erupting before I'm ready for it? Actually, what I should do is not this. Not that at all. I need to start building a tank just in case it does erupt. At least I have some provisions to deal with the fallout. And something like this. Oops. The saving glitch got me. Something like... Actually, we'll go a little bit deeper. We'll go a little bit deeper. We'll do something like that. Is there a difference between the copper and aluminum volcanoes? Yeah, so the copper and aluminum volcanoes both take roughly the same requirements to tame and to get the resources from. And they're both useful for pretty much the same thing. So copper... let's go down here into the guide here. Copper gives you plus 20 decor and has an overheat temperature of plus 50. On here, and then aluminum. It doesn't give you any decor at all, and there's no positive to your overheat temperature. So there's a little bit of a difference. I preferred using... I mean, it doesn't really matter because gold is superior to both of them, and gold has a higher melting temperature. Oh, okay, so 27 cycles. I have 27 cycles to tame this, or to build my area here. So having found that out, I don't have to dig all the way down there. I can make a relatively small tank. Something like this. So yeah, that's kind of the difference is, I mean, they're both kind of very mid to use for whatever building that you're trying to create, but I prefer using gold. Steel is definitely better than both, so that's why I'm trying to get my metal refinery online, which is taking forever, by the way. I don't know why. The oh, because I have my priority set too low. But if you have the option to use either aluminum or copper, you kind of can't go wrong with either. If you're trying to build something within your base, copper is going to give you that decor bonus. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Just to get the side built there. How do I want to finish this? Should probably delete that. And not build this because I'm going to have a bunch of material falling. And that's going to be annoying to sweep up. I might not make it with my natural gas. With the amount of natural gas that I have in here, it might not last another 33.5 cycles. Oh, we got some Dreklets. That's cool. I can't wait till I can automate my farms. It's so tedious having to constantly check them. I have slowly have to start relocating these guys into my drowning chamber. So let's get this this one too. Let my duplicates take care of that. Maybe we'll put a storage bin here and just clean up this area. Oh, okay. So it fell onto the tile, but I have that for deconstruction queue. Oh, this guy's gonna get stuck. I think that was a tile of sand, so it fell on its own. Okay, so here's something that I like to do. Build a storage bin close to where you want to tidy up, and then your duplicates don't have to go very far in order to get that area tidied. Just set your storage bin priority to priority 9 and to sweep only, and select all standard. And then whatever you select for sweeping errands, they're going to basically be able to clean up right away. And then you just delete your storage bin, or when it gets full, you just cycle all standard off and on. And then you can get the whole area cleaned up. Just move everything to the side, and then deal with the mess later. Okay, what do we got now? We have pickled meal. Why do we have so much pickled meal? Oh, because that's probably why. Because I had all this mealwood here. I didn't think I thought my duplicates would eat it by now, but I guess my gristleberry production is sufficient that they don't have to. Gotta go for tonight, but keep up the videos. Thank you again for the super chat, AVL. And another one for Tundi. I'm logging off, but I'll be watching more streams. Thank you so much to both of you for your support. Really appreciate it. By the way, Tundi, I love your avatar or your icon or whatever. That looks cool. So I think you guys are... Yeah, I guess AVL is taking the lead with on the leaderboard there, but thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. And thank you for stopping by tonight and hanging out with me. And looking forward to seeing you at the next stream. I'll be streaming on Friday night. So if you're not busy Friday night, feel free to come hang out. That's I'm just going to round it to this. Well, actually, you know what? I guess it's not hard to do math. It's love your videos as well. Keep up. I might drop off a super chat next time. No, hey, no problem. There's absolutely zero requirement for you guys to super chat. It's much appreciated and makes me feel like you guys are really enjoying hanging out, but it's absolutely... Your presence is more than enough. So thank you so much, Zeal Zap, for the kind comments. Like I said, I will be streaming probably Friday night, pretty late in the evening for Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if you guys are around, feel free to come by and hang out. And we'll be playing Oxygen Not Included for a very long time on Friday. Okay, so what are we doing? I kind of lost track of. Okay, if we finally have our metal refinery unlocked, so we'll go ahead and put that here, maybe. And then now we have to build some piping for our cooling network. Oh, this guy's already full, so I can cycle all standard. Oxygen production is off, the game is telling me, but we seem to be doing all right. What I should do, though, is... I don't know why I don't have a door here. That's just wasting so much time for... Well, I'm collecting carbon dioxide, and it's wasting time for my duplicants. Because they're not able to... Oh, ice. Yeah, decrease athletics I don't like. And Joshua's kind of mid, so... Just gonna not take Joshua. So relocate the ice. Put the ice in here for now. Okay, and the storage bin is full again, so we almost got it cleaned out. Scoop this guy too. And then I think what we'll do from here is build 2 liquid pumps. Yeah, probably right there and there. Well, make sure it's gold amalgam. And then we'll put some... Oh, I don't even have hydro sensors yet. That's okay. We'll worry about the hydro sensors in a bit. I don't actually need the hydro sensors. It's just... It would have been cool to have them. Okay, build some ladders here. Okay. I mean, I guess it's the same thing either way. And then we'll go ahead and build... Oh, I should use igneous for this. I wonder if I should rebuild the whole thing now. Because it's only made out of granite. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see if we can get hydro sensors. Yep, that's not far off. And then we'll put some plumbing pipes in here. Oh, I don't even have insulated liquid pipes. Kind of want those too. I don't need them in here though. So we'll just go ahead and route this wherever. I want to have one going this way. Oh, yeah, probably this way because I'm going to put a Hydra here somewhere. Maybe up here, so that's fine. Maybe go like this. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to think of where I would have like water consuming things happening. Like maybe have a pitcher pepper plant farm down here, which would require hot water. But you know what? I'm going to redo this. I'm not happy with this. Because this is going to go into an infinite storage chamber anyways. So there's no need for all that stuff. And then automation, delete the queue for that. And then in fact, what we'll do is just rebuild this out of igneous. Just go like that. This wasn't even on. This wasn't even centered correctly, so it doesn't matter. It ended up being just a waste of time. Okay, move this out of the way, or I'm not going to be able to live with myself if I forget about this igneous rock. And I have 24 cycles to get this online. So I also have 24 cycles to build the storage chamber that I want to store this in. And just kind of thinking about it. Do I want to build that next to it, like beside it? Or do I want to build it above or below? I don't think it really matters. I think I like to build like spawns and hydras and things like that, like more horizontal anyway. So I think using this real estate build the storage chamber is probably not a bad idea. I have some sandstone here to get rid of. And then we'll get rid of all of this insulated tile. Okay, so it's coming along pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the storage chamber right next to it. I'll just leave a gap of 3. And then we'll build something. Let's build the airflow tiles first. I also kind of figure out how I want to do this. I have sort of a... Like, I want to have it symmetrical when it's all said and done. So I have a little layout here from my... Or yeah, I want 2 pumps side by side. So we're going to do something like this. Let's get rid of that. Move this sandstone out of the way. Oh, this is... Oh, I used granite again on this side. It doesn't match. I guess we're rebuilding it again. Let's take a look at our farm here. Still have no glossy Draco eggs. No sedimentary rock either. So these guys are probably not happy. So let's get some sedimentary rock while we're dealing with all that stuff. Yeah, we can dig all this out. I can put this... I don't need copper right now. I think we got enough copper. Yeah, we have 15 tons, so... I mean, we actually have way too much copper. We should be getting some gold amalgam, if anything. Just to help with our heat requirements. Okay, rebuild this out of igneous rock. Okay, let's go look at my how big I want to make this. It looks really cool if it's all symmetrical. So we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of like that. And then the rest of it is pretty easy, I think. I don't have a lot of copper left because I made it all into I made all my copper into refined metal, so I think I made this too big. Yeah, what it should be is like this. And that looks really cool. Just put two pumps on the top. So let's bring that down a bit so the duplicants can build it. And then, yeah, that'll look pretty cool. This water has slime lung in it. Why? I mean, that'll go away, but it's kind of annoying. The germs are not going to survive in they're not going to survive in the clean water anyway. I love that. Nice. When I first started playing Ani, Slimeline gave me nightmares. Yeah, Slimeline can be a bit annoying because it can spread so quickly, especially especially in polluted water, right? But it on regular water, it if you look at the properties of it, it has a it's actually constantly dying. But yeah, it's something that's just awful to deal with. I don't even remember what the I don't know if we have had any like majorly sick duplicants yet on this playthrough. I mean, I'm sure in the beginning when they were eating mealwood off the floor, they probably got sick, but how do you keep yourself from restarting? I feel like my colony plateaus when I get bored. Yeah, that's unfortunately a problem for me as well when it comes to games like this and Civilization, the one that Nate's playing right now, is sometimes you just kind of yeah, you just plateau, right? Like the game gets too click intensive rather than fun. Like the beginning of the game to me is the most fun, and I also love mid game because that's the stage where you're kind of like Oxygen Not Included does such a great job at building off the concepts that make the strategy games fun, where there's not only strategy in the beginning of your playthrough, but strategy towards the mid game and even the end. But then after a while, it just becomes a hassle managing it, just kind of like Civ is, or at least Civ 6. I haven't played Civ 7 yet. So how do I keep myself from getting bored? Well, I've been just streaming, to be honest with you. Like, making the videos, like I love the game and I love making the videos, and that has sort of encouraged me to keep playing and keep my knowledge of the things that I'm trying to show a little bit sharper. Because if I stop playing this, like if you look back at some of the earlier videos that I made this year, it was from a 2-year hiatus, or maybe a 1 or 2 year hiatus from playing the game, and there's a couple mistakes that I made that I'm not too happy about, and that's why I've been sort of going back and redoing those videos. So I've been playing a lot this year, and it's helped me remember some of the aspects of the game that I've forgotten over time. And yeah, so the videos have really helped, and streaming have really helped. But if I was just playing this game offline, it's tough to keep yourself motivated if you've already beat the game before. because you know, once you beat one colony, you can pretty much beat all the colonies. It's just a matter of changing up your strategy to whatever particular asteroid you're on, or start whatever asteroid you choose. Another thing is, I've been playing a lot with pre-selected seeds from mapsnotincluded.org, and that has also really helped keep things fun because I know where basically everything is on this asteroid, and I know what's on the asteroid as well, so I can sort of strive towards taming those vents and geysers and volcanoes. And I have a little bit of everything on this asteroid. So you're going to see in the corner here, there's a aluminum volcano down here, over here, which is it's way down here. It's not uncovered yet. Over here, there's a regular volcano. There's a minor volcano somewhere here. So there's a little bit of everything to keep myself from being bored with, let's say, like 3 or 4 or even 5 cool steam vents, which sometimes you get on a random asteroid. And I don't want to tame just cool steam vents throughout my playthrough, you know? I want to tame a little bit of everything and get the systems working together. Like I have a cool steam vent here somewhere, and I also have a cool slush geyser here. So I want to have this cool steam vent or a cool slush geyser circulating the polluted water. Oh, hang on, I'm idle here, so let me just get my duplicants doing something while I talk away. So I want to have my cool slush geyser running through the cool steam vent and cooling the steam, condensing it in the water. So just pre-selecting asteroids also kind of helps. That keeps things fun because, well, for me anyway, if it's a little bit more predictable. So yeah, I hope that kind of answers your question. I mean, what works for me may not work for you, but I hope that you find your own way. Okay, let's see here. So Nate says war in Civ is never hassle. Whenever I get bored, I go to war. Maybe I just not currently. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is a lot more fun than, let's say, a religious victory. Like I did religious victory once, and that was just to get the achievement on Steam. And then I was like, to me, it's so passive, right? To like you take your rock bands all over the place, or that's culture, right? Culture victory. Culture's a little bit more fun that I remember, but religious victory, I can remember doing it once, and I didn't do it again. Hey AC, yeah, sorry, I haven't got to your comment yet. You did make it. You are not commenting on a recording. You are here live. But yeah, you're right. War is never boring, and war is never boring in Civ. I mean, it depends. I think it kind of depends on what map you're playing on also. Like if you're playing on a very large map and you're trying to conquer everything, moving units around is really fun. Like, let's say, you know, if you're trying to invade like a second continent and you have all your tanks and aircraft carrier and all that stuff, that's a lot of fun. It feels like you have, you know, all this military might that you're sending across the ocean. So you're currently on cycle 7 on a new game. Are you playing on any particular asteroid that you chose yourself, or are you just playing on a random one that the game gave you? Sorry, seed. I meant to say the seed. Oh, I was gonna say, clicked the wrong button. I was gonna say, please don't tell me I have liquid vents. Just the first one, so Terra. Well, I hope your playthrough goes well, AC. How far do you think you'll make it on this one? I kind of messed this up. I should have put that in before, but no matter, we'll fix it. Oh, this guy's stuck. And then this is what I was talking about earlier. If for those of you who've been watching the VOD or watching the VOD afterwards, I can center my liquid pumps over the top of these this chamber, and it just looks really cool. Regular difficulty, maybe cycle 57 this time. What do you normally get stuck on, AC, when you're playing the game? Is there any video that I can make to help you out? I love taking viewer requests for videos. Can I reach all that? I don't think I can reach in here. But we'll just hold off on that. I love someone's oh, this guy, the Sparkling Joy, I think. Quinn. It sounds like a, I don't actually know what instrument that would be, but it's kind of funny. Okay, I want to put in some signal switches here. I don't think we need to use gold. I think copper is just fine. I can't believe how much refined copper I have. I really shouldn't have made that much. I feel really bad. It's usually polluted oxygen that makes me restart. So AC, if my tip for you in that case would be to don't dig into areas like the swamp biomes, so like here where there's naturally polluted oxygen. Stop before you get to those parts of the biomes, or sorry, stop before you get into those new biomes, and put in a liquid lock like this. This is very easy to make, and I have a video on that if you search on my channel. I have a video on vertical liquid locks and these pits. The pits are the easiest, and then this will stop polluted oxygen from coming in altogether. Or you can also watch episode 1 of this playthrough, I think. I think you were there for that one, actually. So put in some liquid locks and on this playthrough, and you shouldn't have any problems with polluted oxygen. Danger Ray says, I'm off. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Looking forward to a new video tomorrow. Thank you, Danger Ray. And I really hope that you have a great day tomorrow at work. I hope you enjoy the video on your drive-in. Oh, this is gonna annoy me. I should have made this. I'll just put an extra layer of insulated tile up here. Oh, and do I have... Oh, I don't even have... See, I'm about to make the same mistake again. I don't even have... You're experimenting with oxygen masks paired with the liquid lock. That's a great combination. That is exactly what you want to be doing. The oxygen masks are very easy... a very good way to start exploring your base in the polluted oxygen areas like this. So if you look at the overlay here, my base is primarily filled with clean oxygen thanks to my oxygen diffusers. Something's entombed. Oh, okay. I don't care about that right now. And I obviously have a lot of carbon dioxide, which I could be getting rid of. That's as easy as just putting a couple holes right here like that, and then that'll drop in. Then the carbon dioxide will seep to the bottom. And then everything else outside of my base where my duplicants are not wearing the mask is polluted oxygen. And the easiest way to keep your duplicants from contacting those germs is just to use what you're doing, oxygen masks or Atmo suits once you get there. So I think you're on the right track. I think you're definitely on the right track this time to get a lot farther ahead than you did before. If there's anything else I can help you with while I'm on stream tonight, please let me know so I can, so you can get farther than you have before. Oh, and by the way, for filling your oxygen tanks or your oxygen masks, This is a really easy system. I just have an oxygen diffuser with a gas pump. I'm filtering the gas, so I'm not sucking up like carbon dioxide or whatever. And I just have it routed into my Atmosuit docks. Or in your case, you can use the oxygen mask docks. And then all of the bad gases that I don't want in these docks just get pumped out on the gas vent. So this is kind of the layout for it. This is redundant here, but it's very easy to do. And you need oxygen diffusers anyways for your asteroid or for your base. So you might as well have one pumping directly above a gas pump, so you can use that clean oxygen and send it into your oxygen masks. Then once this is overpressurized, or once the oxygen masks are full, in your case, this will simply vent the oxygen overboard, which isn't the best use of your power, but it's something that you don't really have to worry about at all, and it keeps your oxygen masks full. So I hope all that helps, and you're able to get farther. Please let me know on the next stream if you do get a lot farther this time. I'll be on Friday night, I believe, for a couple hours. So if you're around then, I'd be more than happy to hear how things went for you. That's a good idea too, AC. When I first started playing, once I got comfortable at doing the early game things, I would just kind of wing it and see how far I could go. And then get to my next failure point and then restart. And then often what really helped me was either play on the same, or you don't have to do this specifically, but either playing on the same asteroid. So it's easier to get the concepts down if you can sort of repeat what worked for you before, or you can kind of see what didn't work and what you could have done better, and then do it differently on the same asteroid. So it kind of helps you experiment with different ways of playing the game. So you could do that either on a random asteroid, or go to mapsnotincluded.org and pick an asteroid that has all of the things that would make the game that you think would make the game successful for you. So some of the things that I look for, because there's a lot of different asteroids there, I like to have natural gas vents close to my starting biome, because natural gas vents are so easy to tame. Like you literally just, well, actually this one this one needs a pump here. So let's go ahead and put that pump in. So for natural gas geyser, for natural gas geysers, all you need is a pump made out of gold amalgam. That's pretty much it. And then you're good to go. Just close it off with a liquid lock, and then you're on your way to using natural gas generators. And then just have your natural gas generators temporarily sending the polluted water, into random locations. Speaking of which, I got to keep digging there. Oh, and I have a printable as well. We'll take the muck route. Another thing that I love to look for is a water geyser that's close to my starting biome. Because the quicker that you can unlock that water geyser, the quicker you can start collecting the water, right? So in this case, I'm building a infinite storage method for collecting the water because I don't want to have a massive tank. But you certainly don't have to do that. You could make a massive tank yourself, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, practical uses for CO2. A couple things. So I like to have my CO2 going through a carbon skimmer and then going directly into a water sieve. So it's just a little loop in and of itself. So practical uses otherwise could be for feeding slicksters. Slicksters are awesome because you'll get sort of residual meat production from them. And, ceiling collapse, where's that? Okay, inconsequential. Just probably some sand. So slickster production if you get slickster eggs from the printing pod, is very good. Or if you make it all the way down to your oil biome, you can recruit or capture some slicksters from down there. Just put them anywhere in your base, like create something like this. Just put a wall here with some ladders. And no, I don't want my duplicates to build that. And then you can feed that carbon dioxide to your slicksters to get meat, oil production, and you can get long-haired slicksters, which gives you a decor bonus. Where does the filtered water go? In this case, the filtered water just comes back into the carbon skimmer. So it's just a loop into each other, yes. So there's 2 uses for your CO2. The third use is dust caps. So let me just look up dust caps real quick and make sure that I'm remembering this correctly. So dust caps need carbon dioxide in order to grow. So you could make food. And these are grown from fungal spores. You could also, so it's a way that you can turn it into food. And you do need slime. So just be careful of that. Slime. But yeah, they need to be in darkness. 35 degrees to 5 degrees Celsius. So you have a pretty decent temperature range. It's easier to manage than the blossom temperatures because you're not feeding them water that you have to control. And I think those are the 3 main uses for carbon dioxide as far as early game goes. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that would be beneficial. Now, you could probably start saving it for rockets, but I don't feel like trying to create a storage chamber just for carbon dioxide in an early game is really worth it because I don't know. I just feel like you could. Okay, here's another one I just thought of is instead of having your carbon dioxide go directly into a water sieve, you could collect the polluted water from it and save it for pincher pepper plants. Pincher pepper plants need polluted water in order to grow, and you can use pincher pepper plants in combination with bristle blossoms to make stuffed berries. And that'll give you a food with a very high morale bonus very early on in your mid-game stage. So that's another one. Oh, these guys are getting cramped now. Oh, and we have our first... is that a glossy Draco egg? No, it's just an animation. Well, we got to get some of these eggs out of here because it's causing my guys to become cramped. Boo Julian says, hey Ethan, do you have any recommendations for a proper power grid? So yeah, proper power grid. That's a whole video in and of itself. So just to give you the TLDR for a proper power grid, what I'm eventually going to do on this asteroid is have sort of an industrial brick somewhere maybe here. It's going to be about that big, more or less. And I'm going to have all my power producing generators in there, such as natural gas, petroleum, hydrogen, etc. And then I'm going to connect that power generation area with heavy watt wire all throughout my asteroid. So everywhere where I need power, even all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way up here, and all the way up here, it's going to be connected via heavy watt wire. So all the power, so that means that if I have any steam turbines down here from geothermal, or if I have steam turbines from volcanoes, they're all going to be sending that power into the main power grid. And then from there, I'm going to have transformers probably somewhere at the bottom of that industrial brick. And those transformers will take all the power into my base and feed all these, little power consumers using conductive wire like they are now, but it's going to be a lot more organized than this. And then from there, I can also tap off that heavy watt wire anywhere in my base, and basically not have to worry about extra power generation because I don't have to set up extra generators elsewhere just to get more power, because I'm going to have the industrial brick supplying all the power I need. So I hope that kind of helps, but yeah, that's going to be a video in and of itself in the near future. That's probably the next video that I'm working on. There's one coming out tonight, in about an hour after I end the stream, and then I'm going to start working on the power one. Okay, so Zap says, how will you deal with the polluted water in the future from your gas generator? So the gas generator, natural gas generator, polluted water is inconsequential. It's a very little amount. You can probably, if you build a chamber that's sort of like that's like this big, this chamber will never fill up, like during your playthrough. These produce very little polluted water. In long term, when I have petroleum generators, that's when things start to get very intensive as far as polluted water goes. And when that starts to happen, I'm going to collect the polluted water and send it into pincher pepper plants, because you can combine the pincher pepper plants along with bristle blossoms to make stuffed berries, which gives your duplicants an insanely high morale boost for very little work. And of course, you need Dracos for that as well, because they produce the phosphorite for the pincher pepper plants. But yeah, that's my long-term goal for polluted water. Gabriel, hi, I love your videos. I still don't know how to play this game after 2K hours, but I love your videos. I don't know how to play this game either sometimes, but I appreciate you stopping by and giving me the wonderful feedback. Yeah, I still make mistakes, so don't feel too bad. There's just so many different mechanics in this game. It's so easy to get lost, and I've already made, if you go look at the VOD, I've made plenty of mistakes in this game already. Like this little chamber here took me like an hour to build because I kept messing it up, and I kept getting distracted by things going on down here. And yeah, it's very easy to get lost. But I appreciate your feedback. What part do you normally get stuck on, Gabriel? Oh, another thing regarding the power grid, Julian, is so I'm going to have a metal refinery here in my cold biome, and that's going to help keep the cooling loop functioning as long as possible. I'm probably going to melt all this ice with it, but in order to get power here, well, this thing needs 1.2 kilowatts of power, right? So I don't want to run a conductive wire all the way here from its own separate transformer just to have this thing running. So having heavy watt wire as my main source of power that drags power throughout my colony and throughout my asteroid sets you up for basically future-proofs your entire base, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to move the mic. It was starting to sag a little bit, so I just have to readjust it there. So yeah, instead of breaking my own conductive wire here, I'm just going to conductive wire with the transformer. I'm just going to bring heavy watt wire. Actually, my duplicants are just sitting around idling because I'm distracted. So that's something that I can probably start doing. I mean, it would be something that I could start doing if I didn't refine all my copper ore. I can't believe how much copper ore I refined. So instead, we'll just keep digging. Dig this out. Just keep going here. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Why not? And then we'll probably build this out at some point and kind of make the base look a little bit more symmetrical. But for now, this is good. Let's take a look at our critters. So these guys are good. And there's still no glossy Draco egg, but I can feel it. I can feel it coming. Oh, we have a hatch left over that we haven't removed yet. Let's put this guy way up here. I think that's the last hatch. Power generators. I can only use that one that need coal. Trying to learn how to make energy from hydrogen. Ooh, hydrogen's a good one. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the hydrogen one yet on this asteroid. But I can certainly show you the natural gas one. So the coal one, I have the coal generator as well, and I have those running idle right now. So one tip that I always tell new players, or always in any sort of video that I make, is you should never have the coal generator running without a smart battery. And it's kind of like a... No, you're absolutely fine. I can understand what you're trying to say. No need to apologize. So the coal generators, I have them connected by automation wire to my smart battery. And you can see that they stop running whenever my power levels on the smart battery are at the high threshold. And the battery will tell the coal generators to start running when it gets to the low threshold. So this keeps your duplicates from constantly feeding the coal generators and wasting their time and wasting precious coal. And you should do the same for every single form of power generation. Like, you don't want these natural gas generators to be constantly running when like, it's just going to waste natural gas, right? And speaking of which, I should probably pump some more in. I don't have a lot left. I have 20 cycles where this is going to be dormant, so I'm going to be back on the coal generators here, unfortunately. Another tip that I have is the natural gas geyser is really the easiest one, in my opinion, to tame, other than the coal. Because coal is not really a geyser. You just take coal from your hatches. But the natural gas geyser, the only thing that you need to tame it is an enclosed space and a gold gas pump. And that's pretty much it. Gold can melt because the natural gas geyser erupts at 150 degrees, but like all gases, they don't carry a lot of heat, so it's very difficult to heat up the gas pump. So hopefully it lasts a long time. I probably shouldn't have pumped out as much as I did here, but that's going to allow the heat to creep in a lot quicker, so we'll just change that back. Now I should move it over as well. I should probably put it here. Come to think of it. I have a video on my YouTube channel on how to tame the hydrogen generator. Check out the video, Deep Freezing and Oxygen Not Included. It's one of my latest videos. It's in the top 3 or 4 most recent, I would say. And in that video, I go over a deep frozen storage method for your food, which keeps your food from permanently or from never spoiling, which is a really handy method when you get to the mid-game portion of your playthrough. However, in that video, I also tame a hydrogen vent. And I think you'll find that to be very useful on how to use, or one of the easiest ways to tame the hydrogen vent, because the hydrogen does come out very hot. It's like 500 degrees or something. So yeah, you can definitely check that video out for some tips. And I think you'll find it to be very helpful. Okay, so this water geyser is going to erupt very shortly. So I gotta focus and get this done. So this gas pump, I really appreciate that, Gabriel. Please let me know if you have any more suggestions for videos that you'd like to see that I can help you with. I love taking feedback and suggestions, so you can let me know on my community tab, in my posts, or the videos, or in a future live stream, basically anywhere. And yeah, I love chatting with you guys, and I love making videos, so whatever you got, let me know. So I got my 2 liquid pumps made out of gold amalgam, which is above the temperature of the water. And then I have my liquid pipes, my insulated liquid pipes branching out. I have another vent in case I want to put in water from somewhere else. I have it connected to this geyser. Okay, oh, I forgot my power. Good thing I'm checking over everything. Imagine if I forgot my power. That would be very unfortunate. I have to break this whole entire setup. Oh, and I got my automation as well. So that looks kind of cool. I like the look of that. Okay, and then over here on this side, we forgot my automation. Oh, it's actually been moved. So we'll have to redo that. Just put it over here, maybe. Now, do I want to use a hydro sensor or do I want to use a switch? I think a hydro sensor is going to work a lot better. Okay, we got our power, but it's not completely out yet. So there we go. Another mistake, potentially. And we have our liquid pipe. And that's pretty much it. These two are ready to be closed off. So this is ready to be closed off. And then we can route this wire to wherever we want it to go. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Why not? And then we'll take the power from... We'll just go like right like that. Okay, we want to send the green signal. If it's above, we'll say 1. So this is already 3 tiles high, this hydro sensor. So when it's at 1, we'll turn on the pump. I mean, it's not really necessary. I could just keep it going all the time, but... see you, Zap. Thanks for stopping by. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming the next day. So I hope you stop by for the stream and have a great night. Also, there's a video coming out tonight, so if you happen to see it in the morning, let me know what you think. How's your scheduling for those 9 dupes? I have each of them set up on 2 downtime, 1 bath time, 3 bedtime, and they're all spread out sporadic. 3 duplicants on each schedule block. Hey, Treeman Terry. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you on the stream before. How does your water storage for your geyser work? So I'm using a small storage tank for my main water geyser, and from here a hydro sensor will send the green signal when the water is just over 2 tiles high, and then from here the water goes into these vents. Oh, thanks for reminding me. This was not going to work. I have to deconstruct. And then it goes into this chamber, which is supposed to be an infinite storage chamber. But I made the mistake. Thank you for asking me that question. This is not set up to work properly right now. Excuse me. Okay, so the way it's supposed to work is I have to drop small amounts of liquid that is not water onto these vents. And then these vents will never become overpressurized. So I can pump an infinite amount of regular water into this very small chamber. That's how it's supposed to work. But clearly I messed that up. Oh, it's paused. Clearly I messed that up and I just checked it over too. Is it the same for a gas? Yes, it is. So my gas for my natural gas geyser. Oh, this is a vacuum? That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, but yeah, I guess it happened because I built this gas pump and I wasn't paying attention to it. It's the same for the vacuum. Yes. Sorry, for the gas. So it's coming from the natural gas geyser, just a small chamber. And it's going into this this building here with the gas vents being covered by just a small amount of water. I haven't seen this build before, so this build is on my YouTube channel. If you look up Infinite Storage Solutions or something along those lines. Let me see. Infinite... So... Yeah, so I have a video called Infinite Solid, Liquid, and Gas Storage and Oxygen Not Included, and that was about 2 months ago. And then if you check that video out, you should be able to find a way to make it work pretty easily in your own playthrough. What if the gas chamber goes above boiling point for the water? Well, then the water turns into steam, and you may break your liquid lock. Liquid lock. You may break this this small amount of water flooding. So there's two solutions to that: is don't let it go above the boiling temperature, or use a different type of liquid. The problem is when I built this, I didn't have a different type of liquid. I only had water or polluted water, and polluted water would off gas, and then it would contaminate this chamber. Now that I do have different types of liquid like brine, which I kind of want to use in here. Actually, I don't even know what the boiling temperature of brine is. I don't use it enough, but I know I have some. Oh, it's 102, so it would almost make no difference in this case. Now that I do have that, I could use it in here, and it would maybe be slightly better, I guess. But yeah, so the solution to that is to use like oil or petroleum, obviously, or something else. But I don't have access to that yet. In fact, I don't even have a pitcher pump here. This is all I have. Yeah, brine, polluted water, and water. So we're just gonna have to cross our fingers and hope that nothing here breaks until I can get access to oil. I mean, realistically, it shouldn't, because natural gas doesn't carry a lot of heat with it, even though it erupts very hot. But I made the mistake of vacuuming this out accidentally by building the second gas pump, and it was not on automation. So now the gas doesn't have a way to dilute itself, like the heat to dilute itself. So we're going to see how that works. I could just build a temp shift plate out of ice, and or basically anything, like, because let's see what materials I have. Even copper. Maybe just put a temp shift plate right here. And I don't know. I think that should help. We'll see. And then the copper is going to be at like 30 degrees or something, and it'll just help keep everything cold. Would you recommend waiting for oil even before going for infinite storage? I mean, it's really up to you. You could build a massive chamber, and that's perfectly fine. And you can always delete it and condense it back into a small chamber and build infinite storage. So it's, yeah, this is 28 degrees. So I hope that kind of helps. We'll see. I don't usually use temp shift plates in this scenario, but I feel like it should. In my heart, I feel like this should work. So what do I recommend it? I mean, oil's a long way off sometimes. You could rush oil, certainly, but I mean, I like to sort of not do things twice if possible. So that's why my base this early on is just full of conductive wire, because I don't want to be rerunning a lot of the regular wiring, if that makes sense. I'd rather just have conductive wire everywhere, and then once I get my transformers up, I can just split. Like, let's say here, and then have two different circuits, right? That's kind of how I like to play, but everyone plays different. So, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a different strategy. Speaking of different strategy here, we're gonna put some pedestals here, get the brine and put the brine on top of these liquid vents. This is about to be active. So again, just gonna check everything. Got my water, got my automation, good. And then we can close this off. And then this is now done. Kind of sad about that hydrogen. I kind of wish it was gone. It's just gonna annoy me to see that in there. I think I'm gonna delete it, just so I can get that hydrogen out. And then we'll put the brine onto here. And luckily we have exactly 2,000 grams of brine. And we need 1,000 grams of it each. So that is perfect. I'm just waiting on this gas to come out. In the meantime, let's see who we get from the printing pod. Oh, another mammoth egg. I love my mammoth eggs. And we'll just continue digging. Probably not dig here. Is there any sand here? There's no sand here. But just in case, we'll do that. And then we'll start digging on this side. A dew dripper. I didn't even know I had that. When did I get that? Was that always there? So I should uproot it and replant it into like somewhere here. Oh, it's natural gas. Yeah, the hydrogen is gone. Perfect. So this can be closed off entirely. And then maybe what we'll even do later on. Ooh, maybe I want to do this now. Maybe I'll keep this open because then I can turn this off, just disconnect it, and then get all this oxygen out of here. Because I just like doing that kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna remove, and then we'll put the brine here. I think I can. My duplicate should be able to get to that, no problem. Okay, put the stone hatch in here. There should be no more regular hatches left. Let's put these guys here. Another hatch here. And let's get another hatch here. So get some barbecue lined up. Oh, we got our first glossy Draco egg. Nice. That is great. Great stuff. We got some reed fiber. Obviously, these guys can't replenish their reed fiber because there's no hydrogen. Or chlorine, I think. Is it chlorine or hydrogen that they need? Hey, God Yurick. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by on the stream. So, as promised in the community post, we're trying to get Glossy Dracos up and running. And we got about 20 minutes left on the stream. So the next phase of doing that is going to be getting this hydrogen pumped into this room. Which shouldn't be too hard. I feel like we can get that done. The question is... You were watching and you were gaming at the same... What game are you playing? Oh, I need to get my duplicates busy. They're all just standing around. Let's go ahead and do something like that. Helldivers 2, nice. Are you completely done now, or just stopping by to say hi? Oh, you were streaming. Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by and watching. I'm going to have to check out your streams as well. Let me write that on my... let me go ahead and give myself a note for that. And I'll go subscribe and check out your stream. All right, I made a note for myself. So after the stream, I'll go subscribe and go check your channel out. We're all gamers trying to learn from each other. I appreciate you stopping by, though. I won't be streaming for very long. I'm probably another 10-20 minutes left, and then that'll be it for tonight. So if anyone's just joining, what's the best way to cool down the base mid-game? Okay, so this is another video, and this is actually covered in the video that's releasing tonight. It'll be out in about 20 minutes or so. The best way to cool your base, the number one best way, is to not let it get hot in the first place. So I know that's probably not the answer that you want to hear. But if you look at this base, I mean, I could argue that I'm getting close to mid-game. I have plastic production nearly up and running. I have a source of water. I have a source of power that's renewable. So, you know, things are looking pretty good. So I would argue that I'm close to mid-game or just entering the mid-game, depending on what your definition of that is. But you can see that regardless of all that, you can see that my base is around 26, 25. You know, there are definitely some hot areas. But what I did in order to prevent my base from getting too hot is as soon as I started digging into these very hot biomes, I immediately blocked my base off. And I used granite because I wanted the morale boost, because eventually we're going to have way more than enough cooling. So I don't mind using slightly worse insulated tiles. But that's the number one way. It's just to avoid the heat from getting in the first place. The second best way is if you're feeding your duplicants bristle blossoms, you have to feed them. You have to feed the bristle blossoms with water that is going to be between 5 and 30 degrees Celsius. And hold on, just while I'm talking, let me get my duplicants working here. Just keep everything nice and organized for now. So you want to regulate the water temperature with steam turbine aqua tuner combos anyways, if you're feeding bristle blossoms. So you might as well snake that piping around your base to help cool it down. That's the best way to keep your base cool. If you're feeding them bristle blossoms, just cool the water supply that you're already using. Like this is 22 degrees, so it's not really that cool. Like it's not going to remove a lot of heat. But even if you take this water and just cycle it throughout the base, it's going to create an ambient temperature of about 22 to 25 degrees, because the water will get hot as it cycles through. So you could run that piping through with a radiant liquid pipe and then into your blossoms at the very end. The heat essentially goes into your blossoms. If you want to be a little bit more like a temporary solution, because you have major heat problems like your blossoms are overheating, build a temp shift plate. So you have to research temp shift plates. Let me show you here. And build it out of ice. And if you build, let's say, we'll build it here, just as an example. This is going to create a little bit of a mess. But this temp shift plate will immediately cool down the surrounding area, and that can help save your bristle blossoms if you're desperate for some immediate cooling. But long term into the mid game, definitely steam turbine aqua tuner combos. Okay, let me just catch up here. So God York says, here to learn, just need to figure out the same question he made. I'm trying to use that cooling fan to make oxygen for 30 dupes. So 30 dupes is going to require you to almost certainly build a spam or a hydra. So both videos are on my channel, so go check those out. But basically, 30 duplicants will not last very long on algae. Oh, speaking of algae, my algae production is very, very low. So where's organic here? So there's algae here. So I need to start digging out some algae ASAP, because we're about to crash on this asteroid. So let's get this dug out ASAP. Get some more algae for us. And I'm only supplying 9 duplicants. Building melted. Okay, so that's exactly what I mean. So now that the ice temp shift plate has been built and it melted, it immediately cools down the grill, just like that. So this grill is in the single digit temperature ranges. Now the problem is that you create kind of a mess. So now you have to deal with that. But that's exactly how you have. That's exactly what you do when you need emergency cooling. So just go ahead and mop that up. No big deal. I have a hard time keeping my bristle blossoms cool and trying to switch from coal to hydrogen and natural gas. Yeah, that's definitely definitely the next phase. So another way to keep it cool is to not have your coal generators inside of your main base like I do right now. This is a very bad example of how you should be managing your base. You should move these coal generators out to here. And I'm going to do that very shortly. And an electric grill is kind of like the only thing that you should have inside of your base that is generating a lot of heat. Is the heat deleted when... hey, Ethan. Sorry. Hey, Ethan and everyone. Hey, Secret Squirrel. I appreciate you joining me. Sorry, I'm just going to get caught up on the chat here, but I was very excited to see that message. Where am I here? Let's figure out these... Same question. Is the heat deleted when the water is fed to the blossoms? So the heat is... That's a good question. I don't know if the heat is like deleted like permanently. It definitely gets transferred into the blossoms because the blossoms will generally be the same temperature as the water. So if you look at the water temperature here, it's 23.3 degrees. And if you click on the blossom, it's 24.2. So I wouldn't say the heat is being deleted from that. I would say it's actually transferring into the blossom and being heated up more by the ceiling light as well. So now you could definitely, like what I was talking about, the snaking radiant liquid pipe, you could definitely run it through your base and into your blossom, and then that heat, that's water that doesn't have to be recooled because it's being fed into the blossom. So that's kind of the advantage that I think that method has, as opposed to sending it back into your water chamber and then having to cool that water chamber. Let's see, where are we here? I'm finally on cycle 10. I'm installing power spine and researching smart batteries. Congrats, AC. That's awesome. So smart batteries, like I said, very useful in keeping your power generation from not running overtime and wasting material. And it also stops you from having an infinite heat production. If you're stopping it over and over because you don't need the power right now, it's not going to continue making heat. Gabriel says, I'll play a little more. I'll play a little to see where I can reach, hopefully to catch you on the next stream. See ya, Gabriel. I'll be on Friday night, so hope to see you there. If not, feel free to catch the VOD and ask questions or leave comments below. And I'm happy that you're able to join the stream. So if you do that, you can make a fresh water bill if your duplicates these below the kitchen base. Yeah, so you could totally do that too. You could make a little basin here with mesh tiles, and then the water can just drop in. So this, what I just showed though, is not really something that you would use for an electric grill. It'd be more useful for emergency cooling, like bristle blossoms. Like if these guys are overheating, you'd want to get an ice temp shift plate in here right away, so you can still continue making food. But certainly, if this is overheating because it's melting or something, yeah, just pop a temp shift plate on it and you're good. Okay, before I get too far ahead of myself, I can't select that. Why won't it let me select that? I need to get these eggs out of here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a trick to select that. So, Draco egg. There. Now I can select it and put it there. All right, so that's the trick for that. Pro tip: subscribe for more. Okay, Secret Scroll, hey Ethan and everyone. Secret Scroll, just so you know, I'm going to be ending the stream soon, so I apologize for not streaming later tonight, but I gotta go to work tomorrow, so maybe about another 10 minutes and we'll be cutting it off. But I have a whole VOD for you to watch if you like, and I have a new video coming out right after the stream as well. And I'm going to be streaming on Friday night, so if you would like to catch the rest of the playthrough, feel free to come by then. This is 6 cycles away. Go ahead and empty that. Is the ambient temperature around enables it to grow, or the farm tiles temperature? So yeah, a couple of different things. So definitely the ambient temperature makes a difference. I think that's why the water that we're sending in is 22.8 degrees. But meanwhile, the first blossom that gets it is 24 degrees. So I think the ambient temperature from the light helps kind of heat it up a little bit. But don't forget that that any sort of liquid or water has way more heating capacity than. Oh, we got some. Sorry, I gotta get rid of this polluted dirt. I don't want the polluted oxygen in my base. I know I already have some, but I don't want any more. And I can keep digging while I keep talking. Well, let's just go ahead and do that. So don't forget that any liquid that you use, even something like crude oil, is going to have more heating potential or cooling potential than the atmosphere, like oxygen. So if you cool this water down to like 15 degrees, these will easily be a lot colder than they are now. So that's why I was saying earlier, like if you're feeding the blossoms to your duplicants, then the easiest way to keep your base cool is to simply keep your main water chamber relatively cold and snake that around your base before it gets to your blossoms. And then you'll cool down everything else. And I show that off in my new video that's coming out tonight. It's a long one though, so if you don't get through it, it's perfectly okay. You can skip to the part that I'm talking about if you like. But that's the temperature part, the temperature section. Had to put down Civ after 25 or more turns. There's always one more turn. you gotta get that one last turn in before you go to work or before you go to bed. So just Drake. I feel like I should put this Drakelet in here. And this glossy Draco we'll put here. Put the glossy Dracos off to the side for now, so we can continue breeding these guys without getting them cramped. The blueprint, who I've been waiting on. Let's take the shine bugs. And we'll worry about the duplicant skills in the next stream. We're not going to do that this time. So I think we're doing pretty good. Getting ready to wrap things up here. Oh, forgot to build. Good thing I didn't have a duplicant get stuck here. That would have been very disappointing. What does the hydrogen for Dracos do? Good question, Nate. So for these Dracos, so see how... let me see if I can show you. These Dracos are supposed to have scales on their back, and this hydrogen allows the scales to grow, which then you can use the shearing station to produce reed fiber. So hydrogen allows the scales to grow, which then you can shear off into reed fiber. Now the awesome thing is once these Dracos eat enough mealwood, they're going to lay glossy Draco eggs. And glossy Draco eggs, you can shear them for plastic. So you have essentially free plastic production without ever having access to the oil biome and using a polymer press. I actually never make a polymer press ever in my playthroughs. It's just not... Oh, we got no power. We had no power for a short time. Yeah, I need more power production. So what I'm going to start doing right now actually is... there's a glitch there. Is I'm going to move my power production out to here. Because... Oh, I should probably do the mesh tiles here. So we'll do this. And yeah, we're just gonna go straight to removing that heat source from our base. The hydrogen I think the hydrogen does get consumed because when I play on like long playthroughs, the hydrogen generally gets less and less throughout the playtime. Whether it's just getting deleted by, I don't know, by escaping the room or if it's actually getting consumed, I'm not sure. Like it doesn't say. I've never been able to figure that out myself, to be honest with you. If it does get consumed, it's at a very slow rate. That's almost trivial. You might have to refill it like once every couple 100 cycles, and you don't need a lot of it either. I'll definitely try out the water storage. I thought I had to use a waterfall or 2 gases to create infrastructure. I mean, you can. I find that to be more complicated. But yeah, check out my channel. I have a little bit of brine here, and this brine should be perfect for the infinite storage now. Just close that off. Just close this off here. and we'll delete these pedestals. So yeah, please feel free to try it out. I think you'll really enjoy it, and it'll be a lot of fun. It basically, like, I was sort of against infinite storage as well because it's kind of manipulation of the game mechanics. And did my stream just crash, or was it just this? No, I think I'm still live. All right, I thought my stream just crashed, so I just reloaded the page. So I used to be against infinite storage as well because it's kind of like manipulation of the game mechanics, one could argue. But I sort of warmed up to it when I made the video on it, because it's so much more convenient to store all the water that you're producing here into a very small chamber like this, rather than making a massive tank and then continuing to having to expand the tank once it's already full. Because sometimes you can't use the water quick enough, but you know you need the water later on. And then the tank just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I really like it. I know it's not popular with everyone, but what I always say is to each their own. It's a single player game, so just do what's fun for you, right? You don't have to use this infinite storage. Feel free to make as big of a tank as you like, and I used to do that too. And I think I would still do it as well. Especially if this wasn't dormant when I first discovered it, I would absolutely make a massive tank, wait till it goes dormant, and then deal with the infinite storage or something along those lines. Does it work for any other liquid? It works for any liquid. It works for any liquid and gas. Or does it have to be the denser? Oh, that's a good point, Terry. So I believe that the liquid that you're putting in here should be denser than like I think if I have, I don't even know, I've never used brines. That's a good question. I wonder if this is going to break. So I see what you're getting at. I think this will work. I think this is going to work. But I'm not 100% because I've never used brine for this. But it's all I have available. So did I miss the 9th dupe? Unfortunately, I think you did, Nate. That was probably in the last episode. In the last stream. I haven't taken a dupe at all this episode. Actually, let me look that up. Liquid densities. Liquid density. And oxygen not included. Because, I don't know. We'll find out together, I guess, if this is going to work or not. So brine. Where is brine? Brine is more dense than water. So this should definitely work, according to Google. But that's a great point. I think if you use a less dense liquid, in my mind, this might sort of go up, and then the water might displace this liquid. I mean, in my head, that makes sense. But the game mechanics for this are not always... They're not like real life, right? So it could it could really be either way. Anyways, we'll find out together, I guess, if this is going to work or not. Well, it's getting about time to end the stream here, so I'm going to finish this whole generation. Actually, just going to build heavy watt here for it. I've been watching a lot of your videos to progress. It's been hard just making it to steal Aqua Tuner spawn without making mistakes and wanting to start over. Yeah, I hear you. Like, I would say don't be afraid to start over, because you'll realize just how much you've learned when you start over and you're able to progress back to the same point where you failed last time a lot sooner. You know, like you always have, then you have more learning opportunities to get past the mid or the early game part of your playthrough, if that makes sense. And I personally love starting over. I think that's the most fun time of the game, when you're still digging out and trying to figure things out on your asteroid. But yeah, I would say feel free to start over as much as you want. You get more experience in the early game, and you'll get to be able to try your build where you failed, but not have to go through of cleaning up the mess that you made if something catastrophic happened. So that's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, that's kind of my advice on that. I would say oxygen not included requires a lot of restarts if you're planning on getting like to a very late game part of your playthrough. But I think we're gonna call it there right after the save. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, save the game. Super Duper Dreamland episode 3. This is it. So let's just do a quick recap of what we went through. So we got this natural gas geyser tamed. That was last stream. We got the water geyser tamed. It's still dormant. What time is the Friday stream? Probably late again. Probably 10 p.m. 10 to 11 p.m. I'm gonna start Eastern Standard Time. Good night, Secret Scroll, and thank you for stopping by. I'm going to say bye to everyone in just a second. I just want to do a quick recap in case someone's watching the VOD. So we got the water geyser tamed, and it's ready to pump water into the infinite storage solution system here. That's going to be active in 3 cycles. We got glossy Draco eggs, so that's really exciting. We have, just as promised on my community post, we didn't quite get the glossy Dracos to hatch, but they are here and they are coming. So for the next playthrough, oh, no problem, Tree Manteri. If you always feel free to post in the comments of my videos, and if you, especially the video that just came out, there should be a video out right now. I think you'll find that to be very helpful in terms of full sustainability of your base, and it kind of it's not really so much a guide, it's more of some things to keep in mind as you're playing the game and what to look out for and how to try to get your base to be sustainable. Obviously the game is just so big that in order to make a guide on absolutely every single aspect of full sustainability, it would be like hours and hours long. So I tried to condense it in a way where we're going over the bare minimum that you need to be fully sustainable, if that makes sense. So I think that guide will really help you out. And feel free to ask questions there as well, and I'll get to it tomorrow. And also I'll be on Friday night, so if you stop by, let me know how your progress went. Okay, and for the VOD viewers, I think in the next episode 4, I think what I wanted to work on is getting this cool slush geyser tamed, which is right here. And the reason I know this is a cool slush geyser is because you can go to high priority, and then I'll tell you in the top left corner, cool slush geyser. So I want to get that online. I also want to dig all the way down here because I believe this is the chamber with the cool steam vent. That's going to be my main source of water supply. It's definitely OP. It's so OP. We're gonna have so much water on this asteroid. It's ridiculous. I'm probably never even going to tap into this water. That's how much water we're going to have. I mean, this is going to be used for Spom and Hydra. But my main water source is gonna come from down here. It's super OP. So yeah, that's going to be a stream in and of itself, I think. That's going to take a lot of time, a lot of infrastructure set up, because I want to make it complete. I want to complete it by the end of next stream. So that's what we're going to do. And actually, you know what? We're almost out of algae, which is really not good. Now we have a lot we can dig out. So we'll probably focus on digging out some algae before we even get to taming all this stuff. But yeah, we'll dig out some algae, and then we'll go straight into probably into a spawn. We'll go straight into it. You know what? Yeah, forget this cool slush geyser. We might just open it up so it can start producing cool water for us for future. But we're gonna go directly into a spawn. I mean, I don't want to be on algae for this much longer, and I don't want to get to the point where I'm like desperate for oxygen, because then the run is over and then the series is over on YouTube. And how embarrassing would that be if if I only got four episodes in and I'm trying to do a whole playthrough for the channel. Is the seed for this asteroid the one in the VODs? Yes, it is. This seed down here is yeah, well, people have been asking me in the video comments like, hey, I want to see a full playthrough so I can, because the guides, the videos are helpful, but they sort of like gloss over the basics of how to build this stuff. You know, like I'm not building everything that I show in the video in the tutorials. So here people get to see it live with all the other stuff going on. So people have been asking me for a playthrough, and yeah, exactly, very step by step, which is what I want to provide for everyone. And I want to show all the different concepts that I show in my tutorials, but in a playthrough style, because that's where it really matters the most. And I definitely don't want to run out of algae before that happens. That'd be so funny. So I think we'll go directly into a spam or a hydra or something. Yeah, see, that's exactly, like, you can only talk about planning and transition and priorities so much in a video that's like 15 minutes long before it starts to become like very vague. Like, oh, okay, so this is how you set up a schedule, but what about for my asteroid? Like, I can tell you how to set up a schedule for the way I like to play, but if you're here and seeing how you get far into the game, you know, it's a lot easier to see, oh, maybe that's why he does that or whatever, right? Versus if I'm just telling you what to do in a video, it's like you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't understand why he did that, so I'm not going to do it, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly, Tree Man Terry. Exactly. So just me talking over the gameplay as I'm playing is essentially like the full sustainability video that I just released. It's just a long form, very many hours of exactly how to get far into the game, and that's what I really want to do for the channel. It's just to show, how you do it and how you do it the most basic way. Because I'm not gonna pretend that I'm like the best oxygen not included player on YouTube. Like there's a lot of these things that I'm building here. I'm oversupplying my duplicants with everything. Like I'm oversupplying them with food. I'm oversupplying the water. I'm oversupplying every aspect of this. And that's just so I don't have to calculate exactly what I need to produce. So there's a lot of people out there that show you exactly how to calculate everything and right down to saving all the power you can, or using the most efficient materials, versus I'm just like, hey, you can build this and it's going to work. It may not work like to 100% efficiency, but it's going to work like to 90% efficiency. And that's the type of gameplay that I'm trying to provide. It's just to show, like, you can make this work using the basic concepts. And if you want to learn that extra 10%, then the opportunity is there. Like, you don't have to stop learning, right? You can just keep going. So that's kind of the niche that I'm trying to fill. Is just to show, hey, this is possible doing it. Yeah, exactly, Secret Scroll. You can min-max whatever you want in this game. You don't have to focus on min-maxing every single thing or nothing. It's like, if you can brute force your way to the end by min-maxing absolutely nothing at all. You know, if you want to stay on Blossoms the whole game, you can stay on Blossoms the whole game. You just won't have high morale for your duplicants, right? But it's gonna work. Like, there's nothing to say that it's not gonna work. Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's kind of like Civ. You know, when you're playing Civ and you're and you have so many different policies that you're trying to make work together. And if like, you can brute force your way to victory on Civ, right? You don't have to have like, for example, if you're if you're trying to win a culture victory, just take over another civilization that's leading in culture, right? So you don't even have to go for culture at all during the entire game. You can just build up your military and then take whatever has the highest culture, and then you'll win by culture. So it's kind of like that, where you can just brute force your way to victory. I don't know if that works like that in Civ 7 because I haven't played that one, but I know in Civ 6 I've gotten so many accidental culture victories. It became annoying after a while. I'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to take over France or whoever because they're close to culture. So I'm going to let them keep that one city or something." So anyways, guys, my voice is starting to get sleepy, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna call it a night there. We're gonna work on the spawn next stream. So like I said, I don't want to run out of algae. And then we'll open up this geyser here just to make some cool slush. Yeah. Good night, Treeman Terry. Thank you so much, Nate, and good night to you as well. Secret Scroll, thank you for stopping by. Let's see who else is here. It's just you three this tonight. Everyone else has already left, so I will see you guys Friday night. And thanks again for stopping by. Okay, good night, guys.